So, in a shock to absolutely nobody, Joel Embiid is out for the season. In a shock to absolutely nobody. Like, we're out here, we're looking at it, and yeah, obviously, Joel Embiid is out for the season. If you guys think anything else was going to happen, then I got some magic beans to sell you guys. And it's funny. It's funny. Like, I'm not a doctor, but you know what I am? I'm a person who likes basketball with a stupidly good memory for things that do not matter. And I remembered this. Which is why the term Greg Oden knees was coined by this channel, was like pushed by this channel. Because I remember so well, vividly, as a Miami Heat fan in 2014, us lacking size, being scared about playing Roy Hibbert again in the playoffs. I was scared of that, man. I was scared of playing Roy Hibbert in the playoffs. So you know what happened when I was scared about playing Roy Hibbert in the playoffs? Yeah, like, we had Greg Oden. So I genuinely thought that us having Greg Oden would be helping us against Roy Hibbert. But if you guys do not know, Embiid has the same thing happen with Greg Oden. Every time he was close to playing, Greg Oden suddenly would have his knees swelling up. And heck, if you look at this channel right here, his knees are cooked. Joel Embiid's career might be over. It's worse than we thought. Joel Embiid is hurt again. He's injured again. They got fined for low management. Like, he's injured again. How many injuries worse than we thought? And like, the one month ago, literally, you can find, I don't know which video it is. You can literally find videos on this channel before the season started, I made videos saying their season is over before it started. People were like, what do you mean? I'm like, he's got Greg Oden knees. There's nothing you can do about that. His career's over. I said at the start of this season that Joel Embiid had 100 games left in his career. He had 100 games left. And as of right now, Joel Embiid, since I said Joel Embiid has 100 games left to play, he's played 19. So I give Joel Embiid exactly 81 remaining games as an NBA player. And the Sixers were so dumb because this has been happening since before the Olympics. The New York Knicks were willing to give everybody. The Knicks were literally willing to give up all of their picks. What they gave for the Mikal Bridges trade, they were willing to go all in on Joel Embiid. And you were stubborn enough to stick to it. Yesterday, there were literal thoughts of being like, there were literal people talking about Joel Embiid going back and playing this season. And that Embiid was like, you know, the Sixers weren't giving up on the season because they were confident if they got into the play-in and Embiid's back for the playoffs, they'll be fine. And I'm like, he has Greg Oden knees. This surgery's not going to fix it. If this surgery could fix his knees, it would have fixed Greg Oden's a decade ago. Like, people aren't meant to be 7 foot tall. And people aren't meant to be 7 foot. And people are not meant to be 7 foot tall and being as big as Joel Embiid is, weight-wise, and doing exercise. It's a reason why Porzingis' knees started to go breakdown once he got bigger. Skinny Porzingis never got hurt. It's a reason why Wemby's not bulking up too much. Because Wemby, it's about flexibility. People are like, oh, Wemby needs to get into an NFL weight room. I'm like, why? So his career lasts 3 years? Like, there's never been a situation where somebody who is naturally skinny and 7 foot plus gets big, doesn't lose all their speed, and doesn't shorten their career. Everyone wants to say Giannis, but look at Giannis's, look at Thanasis, it's Giannis's brother. Giannis was not naturally skinny. He was just malnourished growing up because he grew up in poverty. Like, Giannis was not naturally skinny. So, he was just young. Whereas Embiid maybe wasn't naturally skinny, but Embiid's just a lot bigger, became a lot heavier than a Giannis. But, like, the Sixers are now in a situation where they're screwed. Philly doesn't trade Embiid in the offseason. What can you get for Embiid? And I made multiple videos about this. where I was talking about how the Sixers needed to trade Joel Embiid. I made multiple videos talking about the Sixers needing to trade Embiid. And this was the very start of the year, and everyone called me crazy. They called me crazy, and they were like, oh, no, Joel Embiid's like, he's the future. The team can build around Joel Embiid and become a championship team. Man, Joel Embiid can't even be number 2 on a championship team. Let's be completely honest here. Like, he's not even going to be a number 2 on a championship team. Purely because, well, of his health. Nothing to do with his play. It's his health. He's never healthy at the right times because his body just can't handle 82 games in a season. The correct decision, now lock in and turn dreams into reality. Like, people don't understand how far the Sixers as well. I'm pretty sure the Sixers are quite far off in capturing the flag, though, aren't they? Like, the Sixers have, what is the records? Oh, no, the Sixers actually do have the 6th worst record in the league, in fairness to them. They do have the 6th worst record in the league. Knowing the Sixers now, they're going to freaking go for the playoffs. Like, Paul George should double his podcasting. I mean that. Paul George should double. He should go from 1 podcast a week to 2. He should podcast every single day. He should double and triple the podcast. They're tanking. It's going to make the team worse. It might make the team worse. He should. Like, they literally should be genuinely, like, they should go for it. And by tanking, well, the Cavs are already in the playoffs. They should already fully are they in the playoffs or playing? I'm guessing playoffs, but they should tank. They're going to be talking about this year in 10 years like they did D-Rose. D-Rose has so I was about to say Joel Embiid does have an MVP. I forgot he is that MVP. Like, I'll die in this app defending Embiid. Like, and by the way, people are like, oh, Embiid didn't care about his body. It was nothing to do with Joel Embiid caring about his body. Like, if someone had told you 10 years ago that Joel Embiid was going to win an MVP in the last 10 years in the league, you would have said, unbelievable career. It's just obviously that he had the potential to maybe, if he'd not been injured, he could have been so much more. But at the same time, we also have to take into account that Joel Embiid, given the fact that he missed the first 2 years of his career, and then in his first full season played 30 games, played every second game, and then got like basically rested in January. Like, who would have ever guessed that Joel Embiid was going to do this in 2016? In the summer of 2016, we had Colin Cowherd calling him Greg Oden 2.0. And even though at this point in time, yeah, he's turned almost into Greg Oden, he just had 6 or 7 elite years of basketball before that. But anyway, yeah, that is the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.